goal. He'll scramble away and complete the pass. And he capped off the long drive with the TD. Vikings go up by 4. Down to late in the first half, Thomas has got the catch here on the quick pass, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 42-yard line. Still a little time left on the clock. Gann's got the catch here, and this play goes for a score. That puts them up by a field goal.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Okay, CD, let's move to something different here real quick. Want to get your thoughts on New Orleans, Minnesota, that matchup in the playoffs this weekend.
I'm fired up about this one in Minnesota. Luckily, there's a dome, so everyone will be warm. But the obvious is New Orleans offense, we know about it. Minnesota's defense, we know they're dominant. But flip it over, and both sides have strengths as well.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. On 1st and 10, Keenum. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Keenum to throw on 2nd down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Trey Hendrickson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Let's go! Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Green 39! Green 39! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
They're going to run it with Murray. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Breeze now to throw. On target over the middle to Hill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now Breeze throwing on second down. Ginn has it complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Linval Joseph in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and 5 here as we step aside. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And now out comes Minnesota. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a desperation throw deep down. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 46 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. on the run, had to get on his horse.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. Now Forbath for the extra point. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Drew Brees with a kneel down, and that ought to do it. The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.